So let me tell you something absolutely wild. So I've been keeping up with the news as far as the insurrection is concerned. So now we have a vivid portrayal of an insurrection, yeah? So now when we hear Umar Johnson talking about his Insurrection Academy, we have a vivid portrayal because since he invoked that word, it has become a pariah for everybody. It ain't nothing nobody wants to be involved in or connected to an insurrection. I think there's 1,000,001 ways we can get freedom, justice, and equality. So here's why I came to you today. I was watching a video earlier today, and I will post a link of it below. I do not remember the title of it, but I think it had something to do, the title had something to do with the lone Trump supporter at the inauguration on Wednesday. I believe that was Wednesday. This reporter, an actual person who was digging up facts and comparing different sides of a story to bring actual factual researched news. Not a person opining and deducing and hypothesizing and philosophizing and lying, but an actual reporter was at the inauguration, and I guess there was supposed to be another rally at the inauguration hosted by Trump supporters. So this reporter is looking for these Trump supporters, and he comes across one. Just one. And the man has a Trump flag, and he's got a Make America Great Again hat. And as he gets to talking, you can see that he's a relatively intelligent man. He understands politics much better than the average black person. He understands the Democrats and Republicans and the games that they play for what they're trying to achieve, and their strengths and their weaknesses. And I thought it was a very objective interview that he gave about Donald Trump and his failure and his unattractiveness and his unappealingness. Now, there's something that he said that I want to bring to you today, and I'm going to link that video below because I'd like you to go ahead and watch it for yourself. This man outright, Republicans have lost the vision of what's important to him. The Republican Party is not the party that cares about what he and his family and his tribe and his people and his political group care about. This man says to me through the TV,
in a quarter mile, turn right onto West Broadway Road, West Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard.
We ain't voting no more. Why? I say what? He said, we are not voting anymore. He said, I am no longer a Republican. I never was a Democrat. So you best goddamn believe
turn
I'm
right
not
onto
voting
West
anymore.
Broadway Road, West Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard.
He said, my interests are not being met or addressed by the Republican Party or any of its candidates, and they're more interested in doing things in a more progressive, leftist, less conservative, less racist approach. Because they're trying to save their motherfucking
Road
skin.
For 1.5 miles.
Literally, now the Republicans, well, they all the same if you ask me. But this particular man said outright, I'm not voting anymore because my political interests are not being addressed. And nobody said to hell but wait. Your ancestors fought and died for you to vote. It's your responsibility. It's your civil duty. It's your God-given The man who interviewed him understood. So when we go understand, we are settling. We are settling again for an image that looks like change. But there's been no change for us, demanded by us or promised by those who we've sent to serve. So year after year, election after election, regime after regime, administration after administration, We hope, we wish, we pray, we celebrate with those who won, hoping we get something out of it, and we never do. And then when some people come out and say, well, hey, how about we stop voting and we start focusing on what we need to demand and building our own political party and building our own political group that will raise up those who will have our needs at heart in their DNA. We are told, but your ancestors fought and died. It's your civic duty. It's your godly responsibility. But our needs are not being addressed, and we're not even demanding anything. So if this man who is a member of a seditionist group can say as a voter, I refuse to vote until
in a quarter mile, turn left onto South 25th Avenue.
Thank you. Until my needs are addressed by the political party that I've sent to serve. He can say it. It rolled off his tongue. He had no pressure, no problem, fully convicted and fully committed to it. He said, we will not vote again. And he was talking about all of them. All them little niggas, all them little
South
monkeys.
25th Avenue,
You
then
saw
turn left onto West Parkway Drive.
climbing up the wall, the lawmakers, the teachers, the military personnel, the law enforcement officers, the doctors, the lawyers, the judges, the Proud Boys, all of them. They said, we ain't voting no more. What was it like? What did they say? How many people? 700 something? That's a lot of people to say we ain't voting no more. And the official announcement was made via one person. And he's gotten not a drop of backlash from his people. He's gotten not a drop of dragging from his people, saying that is an inappropriate statement. It is politically irresponsible.
Turn left onto West Parkway Drive.
You are trading and you are seditionist to your race and your ancestors. Nobody said it because they all feel it. They all agree with it. And that's what's going to happen. And they will get what the fuck they want because they know how to stand back and stand
turn
by.
left onto West Tamarisk Street.
They know how to stand back and stand by. We always want to be seen and in the mix and acknowledged and get a seat at the table and somebody see me, acknowledge me, give me some attention. We don't know how to stand back, build, and stand by. I'm going to stop fussing at y'all. I'm just going to say this.
Turn left onto West Tamarisk Street, then turn left onto South 23rd Lane.
If it is perfectly acceptable and okay for this man to say, as a voter, I'm not getting what I signed up for as a voter.
Turn left onto South 23rd Lane, then your destination will be on the right.
Then why wouldn't that be okay for me? And why wouldn't it be okay for you? And why wouldn't it be okay for us?
Traditional Republican?
Are you okay with that?
No, we won't vote again.
No. So you don't identify with the Republican Party anymore?
Not anymore, no.
So what's next for you? You traveled all this way to D.C.
Right.
Now you're going to go home tonight.
I think the bulk of Republican supporters are going to wait for like Trump TV and to follow Donald Trump's political opinions.
And you?
That's what I'm going to do. We're going to stay out of politics in general.